Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Friday, the 26th day of April, Administrative Professionals Day, Alien Day. It's out of this world, man. Get Organized Day, Hug a Friend Day. Get over here, Heidi. Also, Hug an Australian Day. So if your friend happens to be Australian, double whammy. International Chernobyl Disaster Remembrance Day. That happened on this day, apparently. International Noise Awareness Day. National Audubon Day. Garage Day. Help a Horse Day. Kids and Pets Day. Pretzel Day. Did I just notice you had a bag of pretzels?
Yes.
What was that for? Is
They're
that
for a gift bag.
Oh.
They're not for you.
I thought it was for Pretzel Day. I have already eaten half of them. So.
Oh, great.
Static Cling Day, Richter Scale Day, World Burlesque Day, and World Intellectual Property Day. And that's only like half of it. If you want to see the whole list, it's in the show notes for today. Also, I've got a guest joining me. Super excited to visit. I've never talked to him before, but very, very amazingly talented man, Justin Willman. He's a magician, but he's also really kind of funny. And he's got a new show that we're going to chat all about. It came out on April Fool's Day, so we're going to chat all about that coming up.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit
At bettercreditcards.com.
bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. As beautiful people didn't already have enough advantages in life, people like Heidi have so many advantages. Numerous studies have shown that attractive individuals benefit from beauty bonuses. They tend to earn higher salaries. You make way more than I do. Add to the fact that people are blessed with beauty, they're expected to be more intelligent as well. And so when people think, is this person, do you think they look smarter or dumber? They always assume that they're smarter. They also are thought to be better leaders, which of course influences career trajectories and opportunities. Now, according to a new study, attractive people also are considered more trustworthy. Researchers in France who conducted a study involving 357 volunteers found that beauty bias exists when deciding whether to choose somebody who you trust. So in other words, if you're beautiful, you got just so many good things going on. People like Heidi, like all you beautiful people. Then there's me. I'm a troll who lives under a bridge.
Oh, my goodness.
Look a little bit like Shrek. Anyway, if you'd like to know more about this study, it's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? I've been using this app for a few years and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know that nearly every afternoon from September to March, a thunderstorm develops over Tiwi Islands in northern Australia? In fact, it happens so regularly, Bureau of Meteorology actually refers to it by name, Hector. At 3 p.m. daily, people are known to line the shores of Darwin, about 100 miles or 100 kilometers, 62 miles away, just to snap photos of Hector, the storm forming. Hector the Convector is what they call it. One of the world's most consistent large thunderstorms, reaching heights of about 20 kilometers or 66,000 feet. That's got to be.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, there's a link here if you'd like to read more details about it. I think this story is from a few years ago.
The storm happens over and over and over.
It happens every afternoon from September to March. Yeah, like clockwork. It just keeps happening over and over and over.
That's crazy.
It is kind of crazy. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com. The Lanford Lunchbox may be going out of business soon for good this time. Deadline is reporting that The Conners Season 7 is in doubt. Production has already wrapped on strike-shortened Season 6. Cast negotiations, which are usually ironed out by the spring, still haven't even begun. It says, in the event that The Conners is canceled, producers are prepared A tag scene was reportedly filmed, which they could throw at the very end of season finale 6 if it turns out that that is their series finale. So, And Winnie the Pooh is slated to star in a horror flick next year, along with a slew of other iconic Disney characters whose copyright protections have expired. Characters such as Bambi, Pinocchio, Peter Pan, Sleeping Beauty. There's a company that's making horror films out of all of these. Jagged Edge teamed up with independent film distributor ITN Studios to create Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey in 2023. And on the heels of that success, the same group is set to release a bunch of other things as well. So there you go. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. This is a time where we get a little more time. I get like 2 minutes during this break, and sometimes I'll read a bunch of different stories. And then there are other times that I do this, and sometimes Heidi likes this, and sometimes she doesn't. So let's see if she likes questions plaguing humanity.
Here we go.
Do you like this or you dislike this?
I don't know.
Yeah, it depends. How about this question plaguing humanity? If you lose your hearing, is it irreplaceable?
Oh, my.
That's a question plaguing humanity, Heidi.
Yes, it sure is.
How about this one? How do you know when you've run out of invisible ink? Huh? How do you know?
How do
Another
you know?
question plaguing humanity. What do atheists say when somebody sneezes? That's a good question. How about this? Do bald people ever have bad head days? I don't know. It's like a bad hair day. I don't know if they have an equivalent. How are we doing so far? Good stuff?
Oh, it's just
Off the
absolutely
charts
fascinating.
amazing?
Yeah.
No? You don't look pleased. More questions plaguing humanity. Before you said it's because I would say it weird. Questions plaguing humanity. How come when you see a married couple walking down the street, the one that's a few steps ahead is the one that seems angry? How about this question plaguing humanity? How come books all begin on the right-hand page? You ever think about that? I've never seen a book where you open it up and it's on the inside of the front cover or like on that side, the left hand. That is a good question. Have to ask a book person that. We're almost done. Another question plaguing humanity. Ever notice a lot of women like chocolate and dogs, but offer them chocolate served on a hot dog and suddenly you're the weird one?
Oh, wow.
Okay. How about this question plaguing humanity? Can soap be dirty? Yes. What is the coldest fire can be? Another question plaguing humanity.
The coldest that fire can
Yeah,
be.
and our final question plaguing humanity. Is it uncouth to tuck in your dental apron? Probably. All right. I feel as though that may have been a waste of 2 minutes. Questions plaguing humanity, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit with a very talented and just an amazing man. Justin Willman is a magician, comedian, producer, television personality, and he's got a new program on Netflix. It's called The Magic Prank Show, and it premiered on April Fool's Day, which I think is perfect. Justin, I love you on so many other programs that I've seen you on, but this is the perfect thing for you because I think this just seems like so much fun.
It is so much fun. The big difference is, normally I'm doing magic for my own kind of, to be the center of attention, to be in the spotlight, to make people happy, blow their minds. But there's something about doing magic for people who don't know they're watching magic, which is essentially a prank. When you're doing a hidden camera show and people don't know you're a magician, there's something very exciting and kind of risky and living on the edge. Because I could saw someone in half on stage as a magician and people would applaud. but I could saw someone in half in the middle of a Home Depot in the middle of the day, and I'm just some dude. And who knows what people will do? Hopefully call the cops. But it's exciting. So it's basically a magic by request show where I help people, do things they haven't been able to do in their regular life. Get revenge on somebody, send a message to their spouse. It's kind of a karmic Robin Hood adventure for me.
And I think the thing that's really cool is this is a way for people who maybe have somebody in their life doing something that it's annoying them. This is a way for them to hopefully get their attention and maybe change a behavior, but you're doing it in such a fun way that it's entertaining to watch as well. So, again, I think this is the perfect show for you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It was a lot of fun to make. It felt good, and I can't believe that the world is now finally getting to see it.
Again, Netflix show. It's on Netflix. It's called The Magic Prank Show. I love that it premiered on April Fool's Day. I think that's perfect. Now, are you going to be doing another season of this, do we know, or is that not been announced yet, or where are we on that, do you know?
John, if your listeners all watch this show, I'm sure Netflix's algorithm will register that and realize that people want more of it. My DM inbox is definitely already popping with people who have seen the show, who have ideas for me, who have people in their life that they want to do something for. Like whenever I tell somebody about the premise of the show, everyone's like, "Oh, I've got some people for you." They kind of go through their mental Rolodex because we've all got either scores to settle or grudges to avenge in a fun way, or just someone in their life who kind of doesn't respond to the normal means of sending a message. I've tried to have a conversation with my husband about XYZ, and it doesn't work. Justin, what can you do? And so it's a fun way to hopefully put all my talents to work on their behalf.
And I remember back in the day, there was a show called Punk'd, and we like a show called Impractical Jokers, and these are hidden camera shows. And this is a hidden camera show, but take that, add a very talented magician who's also extremely funny and just really good at what he does, and you've got an amazing program, The Magic Prank Show. Again, it's on Netflix right now, and I think it's a great idea for a show. Was this your idea, or did somebody bring this to you? Where did the idea come from?
It was our idea. Me and my executive producer buddy Daniel Kino had this realization, basically, that the most popular parts of Magic for Humans, which was kind of a street magic show, but we would kind of do somewhat hidden camera pranky things. We convinced some guys that they were invisible in the park. We, convinced people to come in the back of my van, and I would make it look like I was removing their implanted chips. Like kind of absurd ideas, but we realized that, man, when people don't know they're watching a magician and you create this perfect illusion that really feels like it's within the realm of reality for them, you can convince people of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And the idea kind of just germinated from there. What else could we convince people of? Could we convince someone that they're in an Uber ride from hell? Could we convince someone that they took part in a sleep study and woke up 10 years in the future? We try to really stretch ourselves, almost like we were daring ourselves to fail just to see how far we could go. And, doing it on behalf of somebody who, needs our help to do it for a good reason, justified everything. And man, it was a wild ride to make.
That's very cool. Justin, thank you for doing what you're doing, and thank you for your time today.
Hey, my pleasure. Thank you for your time, John.
Absolutely. Again, the new program is called The Magic Prank Show. It's on Netflix right now. I've got a link to the trailer, all the information, and you can see Justin in Vegas, and he's got other places on his tour. I've got a link to that as well in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit
At bettercreditcards.com.
bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Women tend to strike matches away from themselves, while men tend to strike matches toward themselves.
Yep. I was
and
just
I
thinking
would-
about how I do. Yep, I do.
absolutely would do that.
Yep.
I wonder why that is. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
During Elizabethan times, it was customary for a wife to wear her wedding ring on her thumb.
Oh.
All right. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Greek yogurt is not Greek. It's actually Turkish. Okay. So wouldn't that be Turkish yogurt?
You would think so.
Probably
yes.
wouldn't sell as well because Turkish yogurt just doesn't sound good. Greek yogurt also doesn't sound good. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
According to a poll, doctors and lawyers are the worst tippers. Oh, wow.
Isn't that interesting?
Probably paying off their student loans. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
According to studies, men change their mind 2 to 3 times more often than women. I don't know about that. Well, probably. No, I don't. Yeah. No. Oh, wait a minute. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? I've been using this app for a few years and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com. Our question for you today, Heidi, 23% of husbands still don't know this about their wives. What is it?
Their birth date.
No, I know your birth date. Your
Do you?
Your shoe size.
Do you know my shoe size?
46. I don't know.
Wow.
Is that a shoe size?
It is not.
I
in
don't even
fact.
know a shoe size. I'm a size 11, and your shoes are smaller than mine. What are you, like 8?
Yeah, 7.5.
7.5?
Very
Wow.
close. Yeah.
Look at that.
Very
See, I know
close.
stuff. I know things. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A couple were mistakenly divorced after solicitors in London at a law firm there made a boo-boo. A final order for the divorce of a separated couple, known in this case as Mr. and Mrs. Williams, was accidentally applied for by a solicitor at Vardag's law firm after they clicked the wrong button in an online portal, according to the report. The mistake was made when the lawyer intended to complete a divorce for a different client, but inadvertently opened the electronic case file for Williams versus Williams, a British judge said. So the divorce was finalized 21 minutes later. Worse still, when the mistake was realized 2 days later, a high court refused to repeal the divorce. So they're like, nope, you guys are divorced now.
Huh.
So apparently they have to get remarried. So I don't know if there's any expense to any of that, but do you suppose this attorney's billing them for the boo-boo as well? You gotta.
Most likely, yes.
I know you didn't want to get divorced, but I did divorce the two of you, so here's your bill. All right. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. We're talking about customs that are hard to imagine today. These are all things that we did just recently, and we had the first half of the list yesterday. We're going to finish them right now. Having a tooth pulled by a barber. Yeah, I can't imagine having a barber pull my teeth, but apparently that's the way it used to be. You'd go to the barber and have them do all kinds of stuff. Watching movies at specific times. Remember that? You'd wait for a certain time, and then on TV at this time, there's a movie. Nowadays, you watch them whenever you have time. Corporal punishment at school. Did you ever have that happen where you got in trouble and you got a spanking at school?
I was never bad enough to get smacked around at school, but we did. Our teachers did have the option
I wish I
to
could
do
say.
so. We had a teacher with a little paddle board in his room.
The Board of Education is what they
Pretty
call
much,
that.
yep.
I wish I could say I wasn't naughty enough. Let's just put it this way. I probably have calluses on my tush. And finally, smoking in restaurants. Yeah. It was the 1990s when that started to disappear, and now it's completely gone pretty much everywhere. So you can see this entire list and the ones from yesterday as well. It's all in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
Now your quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of radiosavings.com. Our quote today is from Dolly Parton. I like Dolly Parton.
I do
and
too.
She is so witty. I love this. She says, let me try that again. I'm not offended by blonde jokes because I know I'm not dumb. And I also know
I'm
that
not
I'm
blonde.
not blonde. I think that's funny. Growing up, I have 3 sisters. They're all blonde. 2 brothers. The 3 of us are all blonde. And my hair is darker now.
It's gotten a little darker.
But
yeah.
I'm still blonde. I'm just like a darker blonde. So I heard all kinds of blonde jokes growing up. And I'm like, you know what? Say what you want to say. I don't care. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Here's a headline from Oklahoma. A teen drives 16 hours in an American flag truck to fulfill the dying wish of an Oklahoma boy. An Indiana teenager drove 16 hours in his truck that is decked out top to bottom in an American flag to fulfill the dying wish of a 13-year-old who had cancer, a young man in Oklahoma. Cameron Blazek is 17. He gained viral fame for his unwavering patriotism when he refused to remove an American flag from his truck. That was at his high school
I remember
parking
hearing
lot.
about this young man.
His commitment to the flag led him to have his entire truck wrapped in an American flag. Well, Cameron received a heartfelt message from a stranger in Oklahoma. Keep in mind, this kid is in Indiana, and Oklahoma and Indiana are not right next to each other. Oklahoma, a young man reached out saying, hey, family member of Jackson, a young boy who has been battling cancer since the age of 2. Jackson's final wish was to be taken to his resting place in your flag-adorned truck. How cool is that?
Wow. Wow.
Without hesitation, he said, yeah, I'll do that. 16-hour journey to get there. He said, this is one of those favors that you just drop everything that you thought was
you
important.
bet. Absolutely.
And you say yes without a second thought.
Wow.
He said, I believe God had a hand in those little things that worked up to this purpose. So I think this is great.
You're getting all choked up.
I am getting choked
This
up.
is one that would get me too if I would let it.
Yeah, Heidi, she's got thick skin. She's over there making fun of me. Hey, what you crying about, silly boy? No, I think this is a really
this one
cool
I agree
story.
with you. This is pretty.
And I am so sad that this little boy passed away, and they didn't know each other. It's not like he was a friend of his. He just saw it online. He was like, oh, that guy is cool. I like
Wow.
that. And
Wow.
yeah, so he drove all the way to a different state in his truck and got to be a part of this funeral. There's more information in the show notes. I'll let you read it if you'd like. I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.